Okay, good morning, Mr. Marvin Macabinlar. Miss Lubido, good morning. So, 4 po makabuok nakalag-in, hulatan sa natuuban. Okay, 5 nakabuok. Ato sa hulatan ng uban. Good morning to Miss Abukayon. Good morning, Mr. Sarigumba. Five pakabok na kalagin. Palihog ko text sa inyong mga kauban o classmates regarding our class para makaapas sila. Paabot na tog 10 before ta mag-start. Okay, 4 na lang kabuo. Okay, good morning. Eden Strubo. Okay, 8 na mo kabuok. Very good. Duha na lang ko lang. Mag-start na din ta. Good morning, Carlito and Eileen Grace. Good morning to Roxanne Bahaw. Okay, 9 na lang kabuok. Nawala mo ng pan. Mag-start ka ta. Okay, let us start. Bahalag wala pa mo niabot og 10. Anyway, this will be posted sa aning account and then i-post ko na ko sa inyong group chat and sa akong Facebook account. Okay? So, good morning to Nel Rafael Kapagnan. Okay, let us start. So, our topic for this week will be ethics, morality, and law. And then for our flow of the online class, okay, part 1, review of the previous topic. which is katong sa week number 3, ethics and philosophy. And then part 2, learning outcome para sa karon nga topic, week number 4 nato. Part 3, lecture of week number 4 topic. And then part 4, giving of examples by the learners or students. And then part 5, interaction from the instructor with the learners. Muna siya akong interaction sa inyo sa inyong panghatag og examples. So diha na ko mag-interact. And then we have part 6, giving of assignment. Then part 7 will be the end of the online class. Okay, so let us start first with our previous topic. So, what is philosophy? Please answer by commenting. What is philosophy? Okay, this is part 1 of our flow of online class. So, what is philosophy? Please comment your answers para mahibaw-an ako kinsa ang naka-participate. Para naa sila 15%. Review sa inyong previous topic. What is philosophy? Na-mention na siya dito. Nanhatag ko kong video previously. Okay, we have an answer from Roxanne. Philosophy means love of wisdom. Very good. We have Miss Rubido, love of wisdom. And Mr. Kapagnan, philosophy is a love of wisdom. Okay, very good. How about the others? Love of wisdom. Then we have Russell Martin. It's not simply a theory about something, nor is philosophy a belief or a wish. Okay, that is also good. In your own words. Thank you, Mr. Russell Martin, for your answers. Okay, next question para sa itong part 1. Okay, good morning, Miss Timbal. In our previous class, name the philosopher who described the meaning of philosophy. Okay, kung sa nga philosopher ang nag-describe or nag-define sa philosophy. Okay, that will be your question number 2 for part 1. We have answer from Miss Ninya Kasing regarding sa question number 1. Philosophy is the study of knowledge, reality, and existence. Very good. Thank you. So let's proceed to question number 2. In our previous class, katong sa week number 3, name the philosopher who described or defined the meaning of philosophy. So we have here Pythagoras according to Miss Renalyn. How about the others? Very good. Okay, study. Agoy, si Miss Eden. Amahoy, dili maong. It is not Socrates who defined philosophy. Okay, the correct answer is Pythagoras. Na sa video ug sa katong gibasa nako nga detailed notes. So the correct answer is Pythagoras. Okay, so moving on, let's proceed to part 2, which is ang learning outcome ninyo. Okay? Okay, so learning outcome for today is distinguish ethics from morality and law. So, imo siyang i-differentiate unsay kalainan sa ethics, unsay kalainan niya sa morality, unsay kalainan niya sa law. Okay, so good morning, Mr. Axel John. And yes, correct, Mr. Carlito, Pythagoras. So let us proceed. So naka-watch mo sa video nga akong gisend sa inyong group chat. Please comment yes if na-watch ninyo ang video nga akong forward sa inyong group chat. Okay, wala pa nakakita si Russell Martin. So mugya pa to siya nga video, mo to siya mga unsay na ang importante sa ato nga topic. And then ang lecture po na karon is katong mas detailed. Gidugangan ako siya og law kaysa katong video ethics and morality naman. So sa atong lecture karon dugangan ako siya og law. Okay? Karon pa nakapa-load. Yes, it's okay. So watch lang gyapon to niya para sa imong mga review. Then we have John Dave. Say me, sir, wa pa ko kita kay di makaya sa signal. Okay, pwede ra na later on. 144 pixels lang gamita para dili kay kusog mo kuha sa data. Okay? So, let us proceed. I hope katong mga nakakita sa video maka-comment sila diri sa akong mga ipang discuss. And good morning again to Miss, is this Mr. Tagutungan, JV? Okay, Tagutungan, JV, good morning. So first, I will read ethics and morality and then later on, i-appeal na ko ang law. Okay? So we have here a comment from Miss Timbal. Dili ko ka-watch, sir, loading, pero maka-comment ko. Yes, later on, comment lang. So let us start. Ethics and morality. So, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle are the three major figures in classical or ancient philosophy. But, as mentioned sa video, they are by no means the only thinkers who considered ethics as a philosophic engagement. Generations of philosophers who succeeded them also propose a way of conceiving ethics in the same way. Thanks to their efforts, we are now able to see the possibility of thought and action, or theory and practice, existing in a dynamic unity. In ethics, we therefore find a clear illustration that dispels the common perception of philosophy as a study of concepts that are either too complicated or detached from reality. Nothing, however, is farther from the truth as the ensuing chapters will show. So mga next chapters na to, aning lecture, ma-mention na siya. Yan ang itakol. Ethics is philosophical because it emerges from our basic desire to make sense of the complexities of human condition. Again, ethics is philosophical because it emerges from our basic desire to make sense of the complexities of human condition. So take note adto, ako gibalik kaduha. The questions, who am I? What am I to do with my life? Or who do I want to be? Are all expressions of the human need to understand oneself. And to use such understanding as a guide for action, we may therefore define ethics as a philosophical reflection on the realities of life for a fuller and more meaningful human experience. This definition clearly distinguishes ethics from morality. Again, take note atong gibasa nako. While the latter proceeds from commandments, rules, or traditions commonly considered as authoritative and unchangeable, the former attempts to confront a starting point, the situation at hand, without making any premature judgment that might obscure the main issue in question. So, muna siya ang ethics. Napo na siya sa video para mas dali siya masabtan. Okay? So, let us continue. It is much easier for morality to determine what is wrong or what is right, given its difference to the supremacy of the preordained standard. So katong mga preordained standard mato sila ang mga commandments, rules, and traditions, which are the sole determinants of what ought to be for their adherents or followers. Any deviation from such standards is met with punishment. Fidelity to them is properly rewarded. So, napo na siya sa video, gi-explain. In other words, conformity and obedience are the prime moral virtues. When people conform with when people conform with and obey what is prescribed by the existing rules or norms, social order is preserved and unanimity among members of a community is guaranteed. A rather apt illustration, of this moral climate is found in George Orwell's novel 1984. The same novel that inspired the television reality show Big Brother, or diri sa ato Pilipinas, Pinoy Big Brother, which is now seen in various countries across the globe, including the Philippines. So, nagpa-audition na po sila karon. I hope mag-audition mo. Ha? Para makita ta mo sa TV. Okay, let us continue. Big Brother is the voice that dispenses instructions, or siya ang naghatag sa mga instructions. Siya po ang nag-monitor sa inyong mga behavior and controls the interactions of his subjects. No one, and I mean no one, can question the authority of the Big Brother, or can even attempt to refuse or defy what he has decreed. Kaya kung mo refuse ka or mo attempt to refuse, kick out ka sa ilang balay. Okay? Eliminated ka. So, let us proceed. One may compare the dominant role of Big Brother with English philosopher Thomas Hobbes' notion of the state or political authority. Hobbes believed that human beings are by nature disposed to do harm to each other. Beings are by nature disposed, hence the necessity of a powerful state to prevent the emergence of chaos. So, gimension ko na siya sa katong video nga akong gisend sa inyong group chat. He likened the state to the biblical sea monster Leviathan on account of its immense power and propensity to impose itself on others. One wonders, however, what will be left of humanity if all actions, intentions, and affections are reduced to instances of subservience to the will of another claiming to be supreme. So, kato si Big Brother. What will happen to creativity, spontaneity, and the natural tendency of the human person to live his or her life according to his or her own determination? So, muna siya ang pangutana. Again, I will repeat. Kung si Big Brother ang magkuhan sa atong kinabuhi, what will happen to our creativity, to our spontaneity, and the natural tendency of the human person to live his or her life according to his or her own determination sa atong pagbuot. Okay? So, the surviving victims of martial law, this is another example, can testify how oppressive the conditions were in the 1970s and in the 1980s. Aristotle had a point when he described man as a rational animal. Not only did he mean that man has the ability to think, he also inferred that man can think for himself. The ability to think for oneself is the ultimate expression of freedom. Again, according to Aristotle, the ability to think for oneself is the ultimate expression of freedom. Okay? It is not surprising at all if despotic leaders such as Adolf Hitler of Germany, Joseph Stalin of Russia, or Pol Pot of Cambodia considered intellectual activities major threats against their regimes. In fact, they ordered the outright suppression of such activities under their dictatorial rules. Another example is in present-day China, where any expression of dissent is not tolerated by the government, as shown by its handling of pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong and the historic protest of student demonstrators at the Tiananmen Square. So kung nakabalita mo na nga news about sa China and Hong Kong, ito mga pro-democratic, so na sila issue ana. Then let us proceed. One can only be fully human if he or she is genuinely free to enjoy the experience mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physiologically of attaining the kind of person he or she wants for himself or herself. This is the focal concern of ethics as a philosophic discipline. Again, I will repeat kay part ni sa inyong learning outcome. One can only be fully human if he or she is genuinely free to enjoy the experience mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physiologically of attaining the kind of person he or she wants for himself or herself. Again, this is the focal concern of ethics as a philosophic discipline. It seeks to impart the need to be reflective, discerning, and decisive in circumstances when existing rules or standards can no longer help individuals act adequately in their daily struggles. Rules and standards are important guides for action. They provide stability in the life of a person or a community and are indispensable in the formation of individual or communal identity. However, one should be cautious about the mechanical, or fundamentalist appropriation of such rules and standards. It becomes problematic when these rules or standards are imposed as ends in themselves rather than as means to help individuals attain their human fulfillment. Napo na siya sa video. Okay? The study of ethics is, therefore, crucial because it allows people to be more in touch with their humanity. Ethics points out that the dignity of human persons can come from their ability to respond to situations which can help them see better who they are, what they can do, and who they can be. This is a task that requires more than a catalog of do's and don'ts. Life is too rich, too complex, too meaningful to be confined with the formularies of actions and prohibitions. It is true that doing ethics may be challenging, but as Socrates and Plato put it, ethics is the very tool that can make life worth living. So, ako po na siyang i-mention dito sa video. So, I hope para dali ra masabtan ang kini nga topic, inyo tong tan-awon ang video nga akong gihatag sa inyong group chat. Tagaan ta mo link. Title ato is Ethics and Morality. So now let us proceed sa ikatulo. Katong law. Katong isumpay siya. Okay, so dire pala siya very brief. The difference between morals, ethics, and law. So morals are one's personal beliefs about right and wrong. The term ethics describes standards or codes of behavior expected of an individual by a group. So that group may be a nation, organization, or sa inyong profession to which an individual belong or kung asa ka na belong. For example, the ethics of law profession demand that defense attorneys defend an accused client to be to the best of their ability, even if they know that the client is guilty of the most heinous and morally objectionable crime one could imagine. So, muna siya ang example sa atong standards or codes or behavior expected of an individual. So, kung ikaw usa ka lawyer, bisan kabalo ka nga kanang imong client guilty sa ana nga crime, imo gyapon ay siyang i-defend to the best of your ability. Okay, that is your profession. Okay? Then let us proceed. Muna na siya ang law. Law is a system of rules that tells us what we can and cannot do. Laws are enforced by a set of institutions. So, kana sila, muna sila mga police, courts, and law-making bodies. Legal acts are acts that conform to law. So, mo to siyang nasa legislative area ng legal acts na conform to law. Connected po niya sa atong Philippine Constitution. Okay, so let us proceed. Moral acts conform to what an individual believes to be the right thing to do. Laws can proclaim an act as legal, although many people may consider the act immoral. For example, kanang abortion. Okay? Sa atong law, pwede siya legal, pero ethically or morally, kuan siya, sayop. Okay? So, dito sa urban countries, legal sa ila ang abortion. Pero diri sa ato Pilipinas, it is morally wrong. Okay, so muna siyang example. So, mo na to siya ang atong topics for week number 4. We have ethics, unsa kalainan niya sa morality, and then ethics, unsa ang iyang kalainan sa law. So, brief lang kitong law kay moray gi-provides atong book. Pero na dito ang example katong abortion. Napod uban another example napod ni karon nga dugay-dugay na ni siyang issue kanang the legality of the same sex marriage. So ang uban countries legal na siya while other countries such as the Philippines kamulog pa na siya debate. Okay, so ang musupak gyud na kung hibaw-an is ang Catholic Church. Okay, so usa pa na siya sa example ang same-sex marriage. Okay, so let us proceed sa next nga part, which is part 4, giving of examples by the learners. And then after na, mag-interact na din ko. Okay? So, unsa man inyong ihatag nga example? So, muna siya. I-post. Okay, for part 4, giving of examples, muna siya. At least one kabuok. Okay? Okay, pili lang mo sa inyong ihatag nga example. And then, mention po kung kana siya, ethical action ba na siya, moral action ba na siya, or lawful action. So, give examples, at least one. Okay, so now I am waiting for your participation by commenting your answers or answer. Again, give examples of ethical actions, moral actions, and lawful actions. So, pili lang mo sa tulo. This is for your participation, which is 15%, and this is part 4 of our flow sa online class. Before ta moabot sa part 5, akong interaction sa inyo. Or pwede rin na siya mausa, part 4 and part 5. Kamulo mo comment, kamulo po ko interact by reading your examples na inyong gi-comment. Okay, so I am waiting for your comments sa inyong mga answers. So, asa na ang mga nakalag-in? Okay, asa naman? Uy, 10 naman lang kabuk nakalag-in. Where are the others? Ganina kay daghan-daghan pa to. Niabot pa to 15. Asa na ang uban? Asa na si Madiral? Si Tago, good morning. We have here Miss Kainoy, good morning. Please answer the question or kanang gihatag na po, give examples. At least isa sa anang tulo. Okay? Where is tagutungan, timbal, kabigin, Russell Martin. Kini si Russell Martin, marag abi na ko sa una siya ang tag-iya sa Axel Martin. Katong dagko nga pizza. Then we have Axel Jan Galito. Where are you? Asa inyong mga examples of ethical actions, moral actions, and lawful actions. So part 4 and part 5 na siya sa atong online class na flow. Sa si Mr. Kapagnan, si Bahaw, si Makarayan, and Strubo, Sarigumba, Abukayon, Lubido. I am waiting for your participation. Hapit na ko na yung ngalan. Palibre ang tawag katong dako nga pizza. Mr. Russell Martin. Bigyan ako ikaw ang tag-iya. Kay murag pas parehas raw ang kuan pag-pronounce Axel Martin. Russell Martin. Okay, ang uban po ani hinay dahil signal, kamulo pud mig chat sa group chat. Hinay ila signal, so akong i-post ito is i-watch niyo ang video later and answer my questions posted in the video by back reading the live comments. Okay? Uy, silingan ra kuno sila dito. And then we have answer from Renalyn Lubido. Thank you for commenting. Murder, sir, sa moral action. Na siya. Insakto na, sir. Murder. Pwede siya diha, pwede po siya dito sa lawful actions. Okay, kung mayroon kag murder, meaning na kay giplano. So, against the law na siya kung mag-murder ka. So, pwede na siya dito sa duha. Moral and lawful actions. And then, linya 4, human rights law. So, when you say human rights law, naana siya sa atong 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 3, Bill of Rights, na diha ang atong mga human rights. Okay, very good, Miss Nina Kasing. And the others, asa naman ang others? Sir, for me. Yes. Correct. Again, kabalo mo sa difference sa ethics ug sa morality. Ang morality is more on the norms sa atong mga kanununuan. Sa ilang gituoan sa una na good or bad. Okay? So, asang uban? Or are the others? We cannot proceed sa part 6. So, giusan na akong part 4 and part 5 akong paghatag ninyo examples and ang akong interactions sa inyong gipanghatag nga examples. Okay, giusan ako sila. After ani, I will be giving assignment or I will give an assignment. Isa lang kabuo. So, yun na siya. So, asa na uban? Humana si Kasing, humana si Bahaw. Where are the rest? There are only 9 of you nga nakalagin pa. I hope watch ninyo ning video. Later, kusog-kusog na inyong signal. Okay? This will be posted in your group chat. Okay, Jubert Bungkayaw. We have generosity under moral action, sir. Pwede po na siya ethical actions. Okay? Ethical and moral actions, generosity. Okay? So, si Mr. Russell Martin, generosity daw. Generous. Silingan ra mo. Panghatag sa pizza. Katulad ko. Okay, very good. Thank you for your answer, Mr. Jobert Bungkayaw. Okay, so yes, okay, thanks sir. Thank you too, Jobert. So, kung wala na yung magkuan, I hope makakuan mo aning assignment ninyo. Murag gamay-gamay ra ang naka-participate. So, gamay-gamay ra po ang percentage nga akong mahatag. Gamay ra kong mahatagan sa 15%. Pero kung makatubag mo, bahala gumana ang live commenting, pwede ra mo makatubag para naamoy 15% kapag mahuman na yung kuan, live streaming. Okay, automatic na siya ma-post sa YouTube, then ako yung post sa Facebook ug sa inyong group chat. Then we have another answer from Roxanne Bahaw. Sir, for me, ethical behavior example is obeying rules given. For instance, me as a student in CPSC, I have this responsibility to obey CPC's rules and regulation for the betterment of both parties. Okay? Thank you for your answer. So, sayon-sayon ra ang assignment nga akong ihatag kay nanay nakatubag og taas-taas. Okay? So, I will be posting now your assignment for week number 4. Assignment for week number 4, list 5 ethical actions, 5 moral actions, and 5 lawful actions. So each actions from ethical, moral, and lawful dapat na explanation. So under sa ethical actions, 5 ka buok imong ibutang with explanation. Sa moral actions, 5 ka buok imong i-mention with explanations also. And then 5 po sa lawful actions with explanation. So parehas sa gi-answer ni Roxanne Bahaw, yan ha, hatag mo og ethical or moral or lawful action with explanation. So gibutang na yun, na instance niya. For instance, me as a student, so na siya gihatag nga one example and then gi-explain niya. Okay, so that is your assignment for week number 4. Okay, so without further ado, if wala na may question, pwede na ta mo proceed sa part 7 which is end of class. So kung wala na mo'y clarifications, sharing of your thoughts, questions, pwede na mo maka-log out. Okay? So, sa 13 kabuok naka-log in as of this time, 11:53 a.m. If wala na mo ay lain concerns, questions, and clarifications, please comment, sir, I am logging out para ma-check na ko nga naka-log out na mo. Okay? Again, please comment, sir, I am logging out. No, dili dito sa Gmail nga account nako, dito sa akong Hotmail ipasa. Okay, Marl Gaputan at Hotmail. So katong mga email ad or email address, ang inyong answer, please forward them sa akong email ad or email address, marlgaputan@hotmail.com. Again, it is hotmail.com, dili siya gmail.com. hotmail.com. And for those nga maglisod og email sa ako, pwede ra dito sa Messenger send. But please don't forget to write your name, your course, your year, your section, and then week number activity, and then subject, and then the name of your instructor. Okay? We have here Mr. Bantay, sir, I'm logging out. Okay, thank you for logging in and joining our online class, Mr. Bantay. Thank you. Stay safe and God bless. Okay, Carlito Maderal, thank you for logging in and joining our class. Stay safe and God bless. Okay, Mr. Kapagan, thank you for logging in and joining our class. God bless and stay safe. See you next week. Katong dili maka live comment, pwede ra mo dito mag comment sa Messenger. Okay, I will be logging out or ending the stream in a few minutes. If na po may clarifications, questions regarding your weekly activity, pwede pa mo makapangutana. Okay, Miss Lubido, thank you for logging in and joining our online class. See you next week. God bless and stay safe. Okay, Mr. Galito, thank you for logging in and joining our class. See you next week sa atong live stream, sa atong online class. God bless and stay safe. We have here Mr. Sarigumba. Ang maayo kayo mag-Mobile Legend. I-appeal ko sa inyong squad. If napay space dito for new members, Mr. Sarigumba. Okay, thank you for logging in and joining our class. See you next week and stay safe. God bless, Mr. Sarigumba.